shutting my curtain. When I watch these videos sometimes, I don't always watch the video, but I hear that curtain. I gotta move this cursor out the way. So right here I have a camera. Well, my camera's there, but I can see myself here. And then I have a calendar there. And I have lights, curtain, water heater, a door, a mattress, trying to block the sound. And I need to get more soundproof stuff so it doesn't sound like an echo. But that will happen eventually. All that stuff costs money. I don't really have the money. I don't have the money to get it where it doesn't echo. But let me go to the quote and then to yoga. If anybody's watching this, this is what they are expecting. But nobody's watching this. I'm well aware of that. Maybe one day, inshallah, God willing. I mean, who doesn't want to be a YouTube star? I want to be a YouTube star. I'd be lying if I said, I'm just doing these videos. I don't want anybody to watch them. Come on, I would be lying. Anyways, I came across this quote that I want to share before we begin the yoga routine, which is by Emerson. And this is the quote. People only see what they are prepared to see. Again, people only see what they are prepared to see. Now, when I read that quote, I thought of two main things. Well, I thought of many things, but many main things because the quote is deep. But the two main things is that our mindsets, our individual mindsets, have blind spots in them. So, for example, you can have two individuals see the same exact event, the same exact situation, the same exact thing, and see it completely different. Why? Because they have individual mindsets that they see the event through. Now, that leads into the second thing that I thought of, which is on the word prepared. So the quote again, people only see what they are prepared to see. And that word prepared is interesting and important because that's what we're doing on the yoga mat. We are preparing ourselves, preparing our mindsets to see the world as it is. Now, this is not to say when you do yoga, you're going to see the truth, capital T or capital R reality. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying on the yoga mat, we are essentially learning that we are not our thoughts, but the thing that's watching our thoughts. And that's important to know because that allows you to become the controller of your thoughts, the master of your thoughts, meaning you have control over your thoughts. And when you realize that, you can get rid of negative thoughts and get a collection of positive thoughts, a mindset of all positive thoughts. So when you go off the yoga mat, you see the world through this mindset of positivity, which allows you to be prepared to see the world differently than you were before you did yoga. Now, this doesn't happen the first time you do yoga. It's a process. You do it every morning at 5:30 to 6 a.m. with me. No, I'm just joking. You don't have to do this in yoga. You can do it through a sitting meditation. You can do it through Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, whatever. If you learn that you are the controller of your thoughts, when you realize you're the thing that's watching your thoughts, you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are of the past, or thoughts are about the future. Then you realize in the moment, there's no thoughts. You control all that. And then you create in the future positive thoughts. And then you will see the world in a positive light, which will allow you to see things that you didn't see before and open up new thinking, open up new adventures, and just make things better for yourself. So, with that said, that was Emerson. I'll read the quote one more time. People only see what they are prepared to see. Emerson. So, let's prepare ourselves to see. Capital S-C. See? See? Seesaw. Seesaw. When I used to take my kids to the school, I still take them to school, but we'll go on a seesaw. Seesaw. Back and forth. That's the world. We'll see the world a certain way, and then the next moment, we'll see it another way, and then the next moment, we'll see it another way, back and forth. Well, that's not really back and forth, that's progression. Or regression, it could be a regression. So we're going to go to our routine, and all joking aside, that was a terrible joke about the seesaw. I don't know why it came up. I don't know why I think the way I do sometimes, but you're going to focus on the breathing, 100% focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Again, 100% focus on the breathing. And that is what allows the mind and body to become one. Because you have no room to have judgment. You have no room of trying to control what's going on in the routine, and you just become aware. And that awareness is powerful. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to go into mountain pose, and we're going to do 6 sun salutations. So we're going to move through these sun salutations faster than we usually do. When we do 2, we go slower. We settle in the pose except where we are. So moving into these sun salutations, we'll be moving more than we usually do. Meaning, you're going to let these sun salutations become a form of a moving meditation. And you do that by focusing 100% on the breathing. So the movements are no longer movements. The stretching that's happening is no longer just stretching. These sun salutations are a moving meditation. That's what's happening when you focus 100% on the breathing. It makes you aware of the movements, makes you aware of the stretching, makes you aware of so-called issues that you may have, like in the lower back or in the knee or in the foot or in the neck, whatever. It makes you aware. And that awareness is what allows the sun salutations to be a moving meditation. And that's what we're doing on the yoga mat. So when you get off the yoga mat and you're moving throughout the world, throughout your day, it's becoming a moving meditation too. That's why I like yoga. I like it more than sitting meditation because it mimics more of what we do on the yoga mat. We move through the world. And if you can have the movements through the world become a moving meditation, then in my opinion, this is my opinion, this is what I think. I'm not saying it's right, but this is what I think. It's beneficial because you're aware as you move. You're at work, you're more aware. You're in this situation, you're not judging it. You're not controlling this situation because you know it's out of your hands to control. You just accept it. That doesn't mean you accept negativity and you take it in. That means you accept it over there. And you accept yourself as being, hey, the way it is, dog, the way it is. You're learning all that stuff on the yoga mat, changing your mindset. So it's 5:40, talk longer than I should have. 10 minutes. Man. So we're going to move into these faster, and then we'll settle in the mountain pose and close it up in the mountain pose, or finish it up in the mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. No tension in the arms, no tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulders. You're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. So you lengthen up, and then you let the bones settle on top of each other. And let the skeleton just stand as if you were just the skeleton. So you're finding that spot where the skeleton stands by itself. So release tension anywhere that you feel it, and let the skeleton just do the standing. You're going to focus on the breathing. Now, 2 ways to focus on your breathing. You inhale, exhale, the belly goes in and out. Watch the belly go in and out as you inhale, exhale. Or bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. Pick one of those and stay with it the entire time. Focus only on watching yourself breathe. And that will heighten your awareness. That will allow you to know what's going on in the body. That will allow you to know how to position your body. But you're not focused on all that stuff. You're focusing just on the breathing. And what happens is that you realize you're not your thoughts. Like I was mentioning with the quote, you become the controller of your thoughts. Get rid of negative thinking. Palms come together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. It's the first stretch, so go nice and easy. Then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back, reaching out, going right into the standing forward bend. So palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You are pulling yourself in and down, forehead's going to the knees, when you're just focused on the breathing. That focus heightens your awareness and lets you feel the subtleness of the body moving. So the body is moving in this position. So if you're down and you're inhaling, exhaling, the belly swells with air, it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, the belly goes in and you go back into the pose. You focus on the breathing, aware of that, letting go of judgment, meaning if you're up, you're not feeling like, man, I'm not going down far enough. Let go of that. That's not what we're doing. That is a barrier that prevents the mind and body from becoming one. For me, for example, I'm aware that I'm extremely tight. I did legs yesterday. I worked out legs yesterday. So I'm tight. I'm even tight in my lower back. I'm aware of that, but I am not those things. I'm just focused on the breathing. Accept where you are. Now, even if you're in this pose and you feel like, man, I'm doing this awesomely. I don't think awesomely is a word, but if it is, you're thinking, hey, I'm doing this awesomely. I know that's not a word. And just let go of that, because that's judgment. Besides not being a word, that's judgment. Maybe it is a word. I doubt it. Maybe it is. I doubt it. Then you're going to bring the left leg back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, tap the foot to the floor in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. If the back is straight, you're reaching out. If the back is arched, you're pushing the hip bones forward, arching the back, head is going up. And you're to your palms and the front knees, not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some and just feel open. Now for me, since I worked out legs yesterday, I did stretch, but for some reason they tightened up overnight. You can go to your fingertips. I feel like I need to go to my fingertips. Actually, I can probably go down to my palms. No, I need to go to my fingertips. Either way, feel open. In other words, don't judge where you are. Don't judge it. So if you're closed up and you feel, man, I'm closed up, let go of that. Let go of that. That's judgment. That's not what we're doing. You're feeling opened. The body does not dictate whether you feel open or not. That's a mindset that we're learning on the yoga mat. So when you get off the yoga mat into the so-called real world and you're at a job that you feel enclosed in because you've been doing it for the last 11 years, 12 years, let go of that. That job does not dictate whether you feel opened or not, whether you feel free or not. Once you feel free and open in that situation, like we're doing in this pose, you will be able to think outside of that job and have new ideas, new adventures. It may help you reinterpret how you feel about your job, may take you away from your job and create a path where you can go to a better job, so on and so forth. Whatever it may do, just feel open. That's the goal. Feel open, and what happens from that will happen. And then you're going to go to a high lunge just for a second or so. We use it as a transition pose. So the knee goes up, toes curl under, and then to downward dog. Downward dog, you're pushing into the pose. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. No tension in the neck, so the head dangles, and you are pushing into this pose, but you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, accept where you are, and just focus on the breathing. Again, this pose, you're closed up, but it does not determine whether you are open. Once you accept where you are, boom, openness happens. And you feel open, you feel free. And that's what you're learning on the yoga mat. So when you're in the so-called real world and you happen to be in a situation that makes you feel like, man, I'm closed up, remember, accept, and boom, you will be open. And you will find a path out of that situation, or allows you to interpret that situation differently. Now you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up, tops of the feet are to the floor. Palms, of course, are to the floor, and you're feeling open. Now, if this pose is too much, because it can be a lot on the lower back, you're going to go to hands and knees into the cow. That's fine too. It's fine, no matter where you are. Remember, yoga is about the mind and body connecting, not about the poses. So, or you go to small cobra with the chest off the floor, palms are touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up. You're pulling yourself up. Or do the upper dog the best you can, and then just accept where you are and feel opened. Then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really, really push into it now, but listen to yourself. So if you're thinking, man, I can't go further than I'm going, don't go further. If you feel like, man, I can go further, go further. Don't listen to me. We're doing yoga together. I'm just telling you what poses we're going into. Learning to listen to yourself. Very, very important. So left foot goes up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, up the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. Front knees not going over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some and just feel opened. Again, listen to your body. If I'm telling you something and you feel like, man, I can't do that, don't listen to me. You're learning essentially how to listen to yourself. That's what you're learning in these poses. That's another thing that we're learning. So when you're off the yoga mat and you're in the so-called real world, you're learning to listen to yourself. You're not just following what people say. You're becoming your own guru. And if you believe in God, you learn to listen to God. Whatever. Believe in God or not, doesn't matter. You're learning to listen to yourself. Yoga is about you. Again, you're feeling opened. Feel opened. Curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. Just use it as a transition pose. Then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Release the tension in the lower back. And then just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. And that focus is the link that allows the mind and body to become one. And when the mind and body is one, you're open. You're in oneness. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then exhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. Again, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. So you reach out, going down, palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, forehead's going to the knees. Pull yourself in and down and focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And that heightens your awareness. It lets you know what's going on in the body. It lets you feel the stretch. It lets you know what's happening everywhere around you. And that's what we're learning on the yoga mat. Become aware. And then when you're off the yoga mat, you are aware. So left leg is back into a low lunge. Feeling opened. Remember, feel opened in this pose. You feel open in all the poses, but the enclosed poses, you focus on acceptance, which opens, which allows you to tap into openness. And remember, 100% focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And then you're going to curl the toes under in the back. Knee goes up, high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it. Really, really push into it. Again, if you feel like, man, I can't go further, then don't go further. Accept. And once you accept, boom, you are in openness. You slide into the upper dog or modify it how you have to. Back to downward dog, pushing into it. Wherever you are, remember, you're accepting where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. Yoga is about the mind and body connecting. The poses do not dictate whether you are doing yoga or not. You could do yoga while washing dishes. You could do yoga while mowing the grass. You can do yoga while walking down the street. Yoga is when the mind and body connects. So left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. And you're feeling opened. Accept where you are. Just feel opened. See me, I can go down further, but it'd be more of a strain. So I go up. Eventually I'll get down there. I need to warm up. Yeah, when I lifted weights yesterday, the legs, the hamstrings. And then high lunge, standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. In this pose, release the lower back. Boom. That allows you to go down a little bit further. Just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and out, exhale. 4 more, and we're going to move into these faster. Inhale, exhale, standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, exhale all the air out. And then just focus on the breathing. Inhale, exhale. Palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back, opening up into a low lunge. You're inhaling. Once you inhale, then you release, and then just focus on the breathing. Inhale, exhale. Just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. Then move into the high lunge for a second or so. Then downward dog. Exhale, push all the air out. Once all the air goes out, then just focus on the breathing. Inhale, exhale, in and out. And then you're going to slide into the upper dog. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can, then release, and then just focus on the breathing. Inhale and exhale. Back to downward dog, pushing into it. Exhaling all the air out, and then release, and focus on the breathing. And left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. Feeling open, inhaling, and then just focus on the breathing. Inhale and exhale. And high lunge for a second or so, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Exhale all the air out. Then release, and then focus on the breathing of inhaling and exhaling. You're not controlling the breathing, you're just watching it. And then inhale. Turn the palms out for stare down and out. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Pull yourself in and down, standing forward bend, and get all the air out. And then release, and just focus on the breathing. Don't control this part of the breathing. Just watch it. The left leg is back into a low lunge, feeling opened. Inhaling, and then release, and just watch yourself breathe. And high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it, get all the air out. Exhale, and then release, and then just watch yourself breathe. An upper dog, inhale. Inhale as much as you can, and then release, and then just watch yourself breathe. I know I keep on saying the same thing. Doing that on purpose. I'm aware. And then exhale, downward dog. Pushing into it, get all the air out. Then just focus on the breathing. Inhale, exhale. The left foot is up between the hands. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can, then release, and then just focus on the breathing. Then high lunge, then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, get all the air out, release, then focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, turn the palms out, push stare down and out, exhale. Now we're just going to follow the breathing. Inhale, exhale, pull yourself in and down, get all the air out. Then left leg back is back. Inhale, opening up. Inhale as much as you can. Exhale, downward dog, push all the air out. Inhale, upper dog, inhale as much as you can. Remember, it's becoming a form of a moving meditation. Downward dog, exhale. Left foot is up. Inhale, low lunge, feeling opened. Exhale, standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. One more sun salutation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward for the lower back, pull yourself in and down, standing forward bend. Left leg is back, inhale, opening up, low lunge. Then exhale, push all the air out, downward dog. Upper dog, inhale. Inhale as much as you can. Exhale, downward dog, push all the air out. Left foot is up between the hands, inhale. Exhale, standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, turn the palms out. Push the air down and out. When you talk and you instruct, your breathing is not really linked. So when I teach yoga, my breathing is not linked. Like it should be, because I'm teaching. I'm talking. So we're going to go to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. So it takes my breath away sometimes because it's not linked up. Toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Bend the knees, tilt the hips. No tension in the arms or the shoulders. And then just feel relaxed and just let the body stand as if you were just your skeleton, just like I said in the beginning. You're going to focus on the breathing. Remember, you're already breathing automatically. So you're just going to watch yourself breathe. You're watching yourself breathe while you're watching the air go in and out. So as it goes in and out, the belly swells with air, and then the belly goes in. You watch that. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. You don't control it. What will happen many times is that you'll realize, hey, I'm controlling my breathing. Let go and just watch it. And then what will happen many times is that you'll start to think about other things. When you realize you're thinking about other things, let go and just bring your focus back to the breathing. And then it'll happen again and again and again. But each time you just let go, watch yourself breathe. And what happens essentially, eventually, is that you realize you're not your thoughts, but the thing is watching your thoughts. Which matches to the quote that I was mentioning about Emerson. That you realize you're the master of your thoughts. You can control your thoughts. Get rid of the negative ones. You get a collection of positive thoughts. And you take that mindset of positivity off the yoga mat. And you see the world through that positive mindset. Just focus on the breathing. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. That's it. That's number 160. YouTube Live yoga routine. Got to relax at the end there. What's interesting is when I teach in this area right here, my garage, part of my garage, I hear my voice bouncing. Although I'm not doing yoga like I would if I was doing it without talking, without instructing, I still fall into this meditative state because I hear my voice, boom, 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 and I'm aware of that. Everything becomes awareness. And it's kind of cool. That's all. That's all. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste. Peace and love.